Well, it is Friday. It's F1 weekend, of course, and though technically it's not quite summer yet, Grand Prix weekend is considered the start of the summer season in Montreal. But beyond the action on the racetrack, there is a lot happening in the city. And joining us now is Chris Bumbray. He's the managing editor of JoeBlow.com, and he's here with some weekend entertainment options again for us. Thank you. Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too, Maya.
So let's start with a free music festival on the Lachine Canal.
Yeah, so Festival sur le Canal is on Lachine Canal. It's happening all weekend long. There's entertainment all weekend. There's food, there's drink. You can bring your kids, you can bring your pets. Those are definitely encouraged. And what's interesting is that this was actually canceled a couple of months ago because apparently they were really having a hard time funding it. But they were able to find alternate funding and it came through, which is great because this festival's been going on for a long time now. I mean, it's such a picturesque area and it's been a really rough year for outdoor events because the weather has been so unpredictable. This weekend, we're actually supposed to have pretty decent weathers, although it might be a little bit chilly. So this, I think, is going to be a great event for the whole family.
Yeah, absolutely. We just saw this adorable little girl getting her face painted there. So it looks like family-friendly festivities for sure. And speaking of festivals, Mural Fest is underway on the Main on St. Laurent Boulevard.
That's right. This is the last weekend for Mural Fest. It's between Sherbrooke and Mount Royal on St. Laurent. I'm actually heading there right after work today. And
Okay.
yeah, I mean it's a nice low key alternative to all the chaos that's happening downtown. I guess for F1 weekend. Again, there's lots of art installations up. There's lots of street food. There's great places to eat and drink outside. You could bring the family. You could bring anybody you want. It happens all weekend long. Hopefully the weather will hold up. Always a really fun event.
Yeah, well, the weather forecast so far is looking good. Lots of sunshine, so that's great. A couple of concerts coming up, so let's listen because I think this is a song a lot of our viewers will recognize.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
So James Blunt's You're Beautiful. And just a quick note, that YouTube video has 871 million views. I can't believe it. He's in town this weekend.
Yeah, so that song, can you believe, is actually 20 years old, and like you said, was actually one of the first songs to ever really break on YouTube, which is kind of interesting, and it's weird because I always think of it as like a new song, but no, 20 years old, and yeah, he's playing at Place Belle tonight actually, and then also Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins is in town at Beanfield Theater tonight as well, and he plays some of his solo stuff, but mostly his Smashing Pumpkins hits. So, a great weekend for lots of activities.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's get to movies quickly before we wrap up. We have just about a minute left. The live action version of How to Train Your Dragon opening in theaters this weekend.
That's right. It's almost an exact scene-for-scene remake of the animated film, which is kind of a different take for these live-action adaptations, because usually they try to depart from them a little bit, which makes me wonder how totally necessary it actually is. But I saw it. It's kind of I was won over by the cast. I really like Nico Parker, Mason Thames, and Gerard Butler is back reprising his role.
Okay, and very quickly back to the Grand Prix, which we started with. I mean, there's the big race here in Montreal, of course, but there's also an F1 movie coming out soon and some big names in town to promote it.
Yeah, so there's the F1 movie with Brad Pitt. They screened it last night for the European press and kind of the organizers of F1. I was actually at the screening, and you can see there in that video, that's Joseph Kosinski, the director who also directed Top Gun Maverick, presenting it, and Jerry Bruckheimer, the famous producer who's done everything from Flashdance to Pirates of the Caribbean. They were both on hand, gave everybody quite a thrill at the Scotiabank last night. Nobody was expecting them to show up, and I have to say the movie is amazing. It's coming out in a couple weeks. I can't wait to tell you guys more about it.
Okay, looking forward to it. Lots of options this weekend. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Oh, my pleasure, Maya. Thank you so much for having me on.